Let's discuss about some special cases under the Cramer's rule. We all know under Cramer's rule we calculate delta 1, delta 2, and if third variable is there then delta 3 also. The first special case under Cramer's rule is when your delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 all comes out to be 0, but the first delta, that is determinant of A, is not equal to 0. In that case, you will be writing the only solution will be trivial solution. Trivial solution stands for our x, y and z all will be equal to 0. How this is possible? If you remember, our x is case of Cramer's rule, the formula is delta 1 by 0. Now we are saying delta 1 comes out to be 0 and delta is non-zero. For example, it is any value by 2. Of course, it will be 0 only. Same way, if y, the formula of y will be delta 2 by delta. If delta 2 is 0, it will be same, again 0. Z will also be 0. So the only solution will be trivial solution, that is x, y, z will be coming out to be 0. Coming to the second special case, in case of Cramer's rule, if your delta comes out to be 0, now it is the opposite of the first point. Delta comes out to be 0, but at least one of delta 1 or delta 2 or delta 3 is not equal to 0. Earlier we said all are 0. This was not 0. It is the fully opposite. Our delta comes out to be 0, but at least one. This or maybe 2 or maybe 3 comes out to be non-zero. So you will be simply writing the system has no solution, or we can write the set of equations have no solution. Here you will not be showing any answer, simply you will be writing the system has no solution. This will be our answer. Why the system will have no solution? According to this formula, if delta 1 is non-zero, it means 2 is above and this is 0. So anything by 0, that is no value. So that is why we are saying the system has no solution. Coming down to third point. Third point says if all delta is equal to delta 1 is equal to delta 2 is equal to delta 3, all comes out to be 0. In such a case, we will write that system has, or set of equations has, infinite solutions. And here we will proceed further to find infinite solutions. So we will follow a process and we will find out what are those infinite solutions. Now let us see these special cases with the help of examples. Let's see one example. Our example is 3x minus y plus 2z is equals to 3, 2x plus y plus 3z is equals to 5, x minus 2y minus z is equals to 1. So from here, if I will be moving and finding out a, this will be 3 to 1 minus 1, 1 minus 2, 2, 3 minus 1. My x will be x, y and z, and my b will be 3, 5 and 1. So now I will find out delta from here. I can say determinant of a or delta, and when I found, it comes out to be 0. You can do it in detail. It comes out to be 0. So now I have to think about the special cases. Special cases will be coming only in case when you see the values coming out to be 0. If it is non-zero, then no problem, you can move ahead. Now when it is 0, I will see what is my delta 1. For finding the delta 1, I know I have to replace my first column with this B for Cramer's rule. So my new A will be 3, 5, 1. I have put the first column this, minus 1, 1, minus 2, 2, 3, minus 1. And again I found out what is the delta 1, and when I calculated, it came out to be minus 15. Right? So now I can move further. I can calculate delta 2 also by replacing the second column, and I can calculate delta 3 as well. Right? But if I remember what we have done in special cases, in the special cases we have written that if delta comes out to be 0, now see in this question our delta comes out to be 0, but at least one of delta 1, 2, 3 that is non-zero. Any one of these three, I have tried with only one, it comes out to be non-zero. So what conclusion I have to write? I will be writing the set of equations have no solution. I will not write any answer, anything. I will be simply writing the set of equations have no solution. Here you can find delta 2 or delta 3, or otherwise you can leave here only, because you have found the solution. That set of equations will not have any solution. Let us see another example. In this example you can see 2x minus y plus z is equal to 4, x plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 12, 3x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 16. These are the equations given. So from here, if I have to find out a, my a will be 2, 1, 3, minus 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and my x will be x, y and z, and here b will be 4, 12 and 16. Right? So now from this I will start with the Cramer's rule. So first step you all know. First of all, I will find out determinant of A. So here I will call it delta. When I calculated delta of this matrix, it came out to be 0. Now I have to move further because I saw it as a 0. So I reminded myself that it is a special case, of course. So what will I do now? I will make again a new A that will be replacing the first column with B. So 4, 12, 16. Second column will be same. Third column will be same. So when I calculated again its determinant, I found delta 1 was also 0. Right? Then I moved further and I replaced my second column. First column I kept as same. Second column 4, 12, 16. Third column is also same. And I calculated delta 2 that I found is again 0. What else? Third, again a new matrix. First and second column will remain same. 2, 1, 3, minus 1, 3, 2. Third column will be replaced by B. When I found the determinant, my delta 3 comes out to be 0. So in my special case, I have discussed with you, if you remember, if all the deltas are 0. Here you have seen all the deltas have come out to be 0. Then what will I do? I will write the system has infinite solutions, and what I have to do, I will have to proceed further. This was the case, system has infinite solutions. We will have to proceed further to find those infinite solutions. So let us proceed further. Now what will we do? We will write these original equations again, and we will solve these equations to find the infinite solution. So now I have written those three equations again. Now what will I do? First of all, I will be writing all the deltas were 0. So that is why I am trying to find those infinite solutions. For that I have written these three equations. So what will I do? I will have to solve the equations. Any two equations I can start with. I am starting with these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2, and I am subtracting these equations, but I am multiplying my second equation with 2 so that my x gets deleted. So the first equation will be same and the second equation will be multiplied by 2, so it will be 6y 4z 24. So I am subtracting, changing all the signs. This will be deleted. It will be minus 7y minus 3z and minus 20. So if I have to write 7y plus 3z is equal to 20, I have taken common outside this minus sign. So from here, if I want to write down the value of y, my answer will be 20 minus 3z divided by 7. Right? 20 minus 3z divided by 7. So now I have found the value of y keeping z on the right hand side. So next what will I do? Now I have deleted x. Now in any situation I will try that y gets deleted so that I got another answer and I get the x. So from here I can see if I take my equation number 1 and multiply it by 3, so my y will be deleted and I will subtract second equation from it. I can make use of these equations also. It will also give me exactly the same answer. So my first equation is multiplied by 3, so it will be 6x minus 3y plus 3z is equal to 12. Second equation is same, x plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 12. So I am not subtracting, I am adding because already the signs are opposite. So it will be deleted. 7x plus 5z is equals to 24. So from here if I want to calculate x will be 24 minus 5z divided by 7. So now you can see I have solved the values of x and y while my z is on the right hand side for both. So in the last, what will I write? I will be writing my x answer 24 minus 5z divided by 7, y's answer 20 minus 3z by 7. These are the two answers I have got, and I will be writing let z is equals to k. If z is equals to k, then my x will be 24 minus 5k divided by 7 and my y will be 20 minus 3k divided by 7. Right? So now I have written the values of x and y and my k is on the right hand side because my z has been replaced by k. In the last I will simply write one line, k is a constant for different values of k. Set of equations will have infinite solutions. So this is my conclusion. So I cannot write infinite solutions because that is infinite. So I will be writing k is a constant for different values of k, set of equations, because whatever value we will put here for k, x and y's answer is going to change. So for different values of k, we will be getting infinite solutions of the given equations.